ACES learn table from a small block 350. We'll just look at these values, what the computer is recording, targeted versus actual, the difference in between, and making the adjustments inside of our stock VE table. Right now it looks at partial driving. It's commanding it to pull quite a bit of fuel out in our learn table. There's no like right click transfer learn to base or any of that like other softwares, or apply learn corrections to your VE table. So what I typically do is I just take a snippet tool. I'll copy that, and that way I'll have a record of it, simply for the fact that anytime you switch in between these tabs here, you kind of lose where you're at. It wants to default to either custom sometimes, or if you go from Spark back to the fuel, it doesn't leave where you left off. So I just found it kind of easier to just use the snippet tool, and then we'll just look at the VE table. So I just did the stock cam selection profile in the wizard, and then we'll manipulate this so we can see it a little better. So you can see it's pulling out 5% from 75 to roughly 65 kPa. And it's at 500. I wish these matched up better, the learn axis or scaling versus the VE, but you just got to interpolate and do the best you can with it. So what we'll do is we'll just go from roughly 80 kPa to 60. It looks like all the way up to 1250. Right click, offset selected, and we'll just do minus 5%. Know that it's more, so we'll just, in these areas here, it's wanting 11 to 12%. From 7 to 900, it's 75 kPa to 60. We just go offset selected and take out another 5% there. So then what I like to do is fill column values. Just blend these changes. Here I'll do fill row. And then we'll go through and interpolate these values, fill row values. So that should get us close just for this revision. We could probably go ahead and pull out another 2% here. Let's see what that looks like. So then I would just go through the fuel self-learn table. Then I would just clear this out. And then save this calibration. Then I would just now it's just going to take a minute and download. I've had issues in the past where it wouldn't save, my changes. So what I typically do is I just go through and save it, and then after that, I'll go back through and I'll do another read, and then save the learn values. So if the calibration acts funny, then I will just revert back to the other one and make the changes again. So we'll go through and we'll upload. You typically would do this first. It's just you would upload it, save it, just call it drive one learn values or whatever you want to call it, and then clear the values out after you make your changes. So hit save calibration. Learn one, and then I will download this to the ECU. Alright, so now I'm just going to power cycle the car. And I'll just do another read just to see if it took my changes. Alright, looks like it did. Slot idle speed, I'm going to bump it down to 700. Alright, let's see if it starts. Alright, it's good to go. That's how you change your learn values or apply your learn values to your VE table. Hope it helps.